Hey everybody, this is James the Giant Economy, and today we're going to talk about something that is dear to a lot of your hearts, mine included, and that's about real estate. So this guy's Michael Crowan. He's a wonderful Australian bloke. He lives in Australia but does a lot of YouTube videos, and he is keeping his ear to the economy. I would encourage a subscribe to him just to see if you like him. But let's see what's going on, what he's seeing, and what I've heard in rumors here in the U.S. and it's happening actually. But let's talk about cars and how that relates to real estate.
Now what we're starting to see the used car prices are plummeting and plummeting quick. Delinquencies are rising, we're seeing repos rising, and right now I'm sitting out front of this used car dealership, and it just goes on and on and on, and I'll get out there and show you some footage, and there are just cars everywhere. For once we can see here, this is the lawn here, we can see there some cars here, and I'll try to get you some down here as well. I'll get out in a second and give you a better view. There are cars parked on the lawn, here where I am right here, also on the other side of the road. I'll get out and show you again, but there's cars parked right here. We're seeing used cars flood these car dealerships. Now, what they've tried to do is they've tried to put a lot of these in storage, but I'll try to get another clip of a huge storage center in my town where they're storing these cars, and now storage is starting to overflow and they can't hide these cars anymore. Okay guys, again, boots on the ground here, showing you this car lot. As you can see back there, it's completely full. Going up here, again, they got cars parked on the grass here. You can see there, they've got cars parked all on the grass there on the other side of the road. I'll try to zoom in here. Parked there. I've never seen both sides of the road, the grass, full here. And it just goes on and on. Now, obviously, these prices are in Australian dollars, so they may seem very, very expensive. But the same thing's happening around the whole world. Interest rates are rising here in Australia. Most people have variable rate mortgages. Their mortgages, like for example, mine just went from 1.9% to 5.99%. And so they're now having to sell their cars to keep up with these payments. A lot of people, they bought brand new cars in 2020 and 2021. We can see it goes all the way down to the back there. It just goes on and on. Here, they've also got storage in the back, and you see this fence here. I'll zoom in on the fence. They've got more cars parked back there. People are doing it really tough, okay? And now they're having to sell these new cars that they brought to try to keep up with the cost of living. And
so, few things. One, when I saw this video, I was like, oh, I got to do something on it, because I remember I was on a date a few months ago, and we were talking about the economy and everything. And this girl grew up in Detroit, and she had a lot of friends, and we were talking about the kind of what's happening around things and making conversation. But she also said that she was from Detroit, and during the bust in 2007-8, right? She said that Detroit went under first, and that from what she was talking about with her friends and her friends losing their jobs in Detroit and that whole thing that just went down, she said the car market leads the home market. And I said, really? Is that true? And everything. She says, yeah. So Michael did this video, and it made me think about it. And I said, okay, let's look at some FED data, the federal economic data, right? Now, this is kind of a pain in the rear end to pull, so we're going to go from two places. So here's total vehicle sales. Let's take a look at it. It really peaked in July of 2005, right? Summertime, everyone's buying stuff, and then took a good big dip all the way to October, when it just kind of went sideways, right? Where it really starts to dip is in 2007. You'd say March, April, May, June-ish, and then it just flies down, right? And technical, I guess, in December of 2007 is when they were saying the recession happened, right? And then just flies down from there. So we've got it from kind of, I would say, March, April, May. Let's just say April, May of 07. This is existing housing inventory. For some reason, the FED data sucked. It wouldn't give me anything past 2022. I have no idea why. So I went to medium home prices. I took a look at that and said, maybe that'll help, but not really, because this is why there's just been a huge tear up. And if this vertical, that percentage-wise, it has gone up more in the last 10 years, if that is not if that's not scary for you, then I don't know what is, man. But look at that. It has gone up about as much as it has in the last since the last recession. Okay, and now it's on its kind of a downward trend, just slightly right now. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just correcting to 2019, whatever like that. Well, if that does, then it's going to lose quite a bit of gains one way or the other. So I said, let's look at some other data from other places. So here is total used vehicle sales from this website, so we can see, and it's a little hard to tell. We'll go some others, and this is Trading Economics. again, there's some spikes. There's some kind of like a Richter scale, just a sideways chop from 2005, but really somewhere right here, which is exactly what the Fed shows, it really starts to decline. Probably around 2007. Same thing in housing, but in housing, it shows a little bit downward trend. That is hard to tell if this 2006 or 2007. So let's go. The best place I found data from really was macrotrends.net. Their charts are easy to use. It's easy to find. It is probably not government funded, so that helps out a bit. But here you go. So the decline probably happened for autos April to June, give or take, right? And then just slid down, and it flew down till February of 2009. And I'd say it didn't really recover till February of 2010. Okay, so you had a good year with some spikes there and everything. When did housing start? So if we're counting this as February, excuse me, like April, May of 2006, where did housing start? It peaked in January, and I would say confirmed sometime around the same time, but I would say it's hard to find confirmation because it could dip just like this and then shoot back up, right? So anywhere from May to August is when this housing slump started, and it's just the start of the decline, right? And it just kept on sliding, kept on sliding. So, and these are measurements of actual sales of cars, right? Just like in Michael's video, there's a lot of things that the sales agencies, the car dealerships, the manufacturers, everything, the salesmen are trying to do to make the market look like, hey, everything's going okay, because they don't want a downward slide. Again, they got to make money on this. This is their industry. Some of them had a great last few years. Some have had a hard last 2 years because they couldn't find the inventory to sell even at a higher price, right? But so there's things that they're doing to hide the fact that, hey, there's an abundance of inventory, the dam is building and it's just going to bust. And that's typically what we see happen. Like the dam just started to bust here and it just flew down. The dam started to bust here and started to fly down. And I think that's what we're headed for with homes, right? Autos are going, there's tons of inventory there. How you might say, hey, Daniel, there's no housing inventory right now. Currently, right now, you're right, but it is going to slowly start to come. I think how the dominoes are going to fall is you're going to see auto sales start to plummet and such like that, or just the value of autos start to go down because there's so much inventory backed up, right? And no one's buying, and then from there you'll see jobs decline. You'll see unemployment tick up, and then after that housing is going to go back is going to go down because housing is based on jobs, right? So is auto sales, by the way, because it all has to do with loans. However, homes are more of an issue. If you've ever tried to get an auto loan, it's like if you have a pulse and you made one paycheck this year, you pretty much get an auto loan. It's pretty simple. Home loans are a bit more complex, take a longer time, and houses take a longer time to move. So here's my point. I'm not telling you what to do, right, wrong, and different. I'm just saying this is kind of a scary decline. Are we headed for that? Are we maybe right around here? If I had a crystal ball, I could tell you the exact for sure answer, but this is my guess. We're somewhere right around in here, and it's going to start to decline slowly. And just ask yourself, what would make housing prices go up, right? What would make them stabilize? And actually put those in the comments, right? If you're on the side of, hey, housing is going great, and it's just going to go up, even if you say over a long period of time, which, by the way, here's 2006. Here's where we are today. And this is sales, by this is not pricing, but one does fly into the other. Put in the comments, like and subscribe, but put in the comments what do you think would make housing go up, right? Because everything I'm saying is that we're having an effect on is gonna make housing go down. But anyway, that's my thought for the day. I'll leave you with that. Until next time.